JMZ 6000 here. And before me, I have a bunch of Bronco Sports. And what I wanted to do in this video is kind of show you the difference between the 2025 and the 2024. This isn't the proper video because guess what? I have two right next to each other. Here we go. 2025 Bronco Sport Outer Banks, 2024 Bronco Sport Big Bend. Now, you may be like, why are you comparing Outer Banks and a Big Bend? Well, they're both right next to each other. But if you want to look at what a 2024 Bronco Sport Big Bend looks like compared to another Big Bend 2025, there goes one right here. Now, the differences between these two go much more than just a front end. So, but let's kind of dive in. In fact, we'll compare this Big Bend to the other Big Bend. But as you can see, the grille and the front bumper are totally different. So check that out. And then let's come over here to the 2024 Big Bend. Look how much different it is. So the grille went from, I don't know, almost like slots to now almost like a honeycomb shape on the Big Bend. And then as you can see, this part of the grille is different down here, or this part of the bumper is different. All 2025 Bronco Sports come standard with adaptive cruise. That's where adaptive cruise sensor is. One of the things I noticed about this one is it doesn't have fog lights. The Outer Bank has fog lights that are now located right there, versus this Big Bend that has fog lights right there. And look, I think the Big Bend in the 2024 comes standard with fog lights versus the 2025 that does not come standard with fog lights, as you can see. But where the fog lights would be, that's where they would be down there. Now, let's go ahead now on the sides. I'll show you what the Big Bend 2024 wheels look like. That's the look of them versus the 2025. I think the 2025 wheels, same size, or 17 inches, but they look so much better. So much better on the 2025. Now let's compare the rear end between the two. So sides really haven't much changed besides the wheels, but let's compare the rear end. Now, a couple differences. If we go back to the Big Bend here, show you a couple things on this rear end. Let me kind of zoom out a little bit. There we go. 2025 has a rear camera right here versus the 2024 has the rear camera right here. So they move the rear camera. Then also what's different is the rear bumper is different. So the rear bumper on the 2024, you can see it's kind of plain looking. And then you come over to the 2025, it has some more design elements. It looks a little bit better. It kind of has more of a chunkier look to it versus the 2024. Same thing on the 2025 Big Bend as we look at this rear bumper. Let me show you another big change. I'm going to go do that right now. All right, another big change on the 2025. Again, this is the 2025 Outer Banks. It runs to 1.5, but you can see this 1.5 is the all-new MPC 1.5 EcoBoost. So you can see the look in here, the design, and now watch me go right over to the 2024. Totally different. This is the old 1.5 Dragon 3-cylinder EcoBoost versus the 2025 runs all-new MPC 1.5 EcoBoost. Look how much cleaner it is underneath this hood versus the older model. Not only does this engine look cleaner underneath the hood, but it actually runs a little bit smoother. It's actually quieter, and it actually produces a little bit better power overall versus this 1.5 liter. Plus, this has a belt or a wet belt driven oil pump. This engine does not. This engine actually uses a gear driven oil pump off the crank versus a wet belt that the old Dragon 1.5 liter EcoBoost uses. Two key differences there. So I wanted to show you that. Again, 2024, 2025. Totally different engine. All right, let me show you some differences in the interior. All right, I am in the 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend. This vehicle, the only option it has, which we're going to see in the window sticker here in a little bit, the only option it has is these beautiful looking rubber floor mats. But that is it. They're like $165 for the rubber floor mats. But you can see the interior of the 2025. Sorry about the glare, but nothing real can do about that now. In fact, let me get this started for you, since I do have the key. Button's right here.
All the fun letters. Stick with us.
All right. This is the brand new gauges. This is standard on every single Bronco Sport are these digital gauges. Check that out. I'm going to get out of the glare a little bit. There we go. Sorry about the glare. My goodness. All right. And then every single Bronco Sport comes standard with this screen right here. This is Sync 4. Comes standard with this screen. And yeah, you can see beautiful screen, all kinds of features. And we got the temperature. Yeah, we can choose where the air comes out. There we go. And then look at this. This is so cool. Now this screen changes with the GOAT modes. So we got our GOAT mode selector switch right here. Let me hit OK. And then I can choose different things to display here. We're going to choose fuel economy for right now. But look at this screen. Changes with the GOAT modes. Now let me show you. It has normal, slippery, eco, sport, and off-road. Check out the off-road screen. Look at that. You had a turbo boost gauge and now volts on the top here. And then as you can see, everything kind of has a green look to it in the off-road screen. It says off-road use only. That's funny. Turns traction control off. Now let's go back. We'll show you the sport mode screen. Kind of has a tan and white look to it, as you can tell. Almost like a golden look, I would say. Copper, they call it, I believe. Again, you have the extra gauges up there. And then we have, let's see here. What was that? Sport, I already got. Eco. Eco, again, kind of has a green look to it. Then slippery. Kind of has an icy blue look. Isn't that cool, that animation there? Kind of an icy blue look to it. And then normal. So that's all the drive modes, at least in this Big Ben. I believe if you get some other models, it may come with some different drive modes. But for right now, this is all the drive modes in the Big Ben. Again, some people might have an issue with everything in the screen here, but I love how beautifully integrated everything is and everything looks. Again, standard adaptive cruise on this model. And then we also have some other features. Start, stop, off, max defrost. You can do traction control off. And then this is the camera view. Again, on this model, only a backup camera, but you can see there, backup camera is on. I can turn that off right there. Again, we got a volume knob and power on off for the radio. But again, this is your standard Big Ben for a little over 31 grand. I think this is a good deal. Standard with four-wheel drive. Nothing much else has changed. They called this interior smoke truffle because of the kind of the accents here, but this is all solid black. The seats are all manual, but they actually feel pretty good. Again, everything else on the Bronco Sport kind of stayed the same, but as you can see here, this is all different for the dash, and I think it's more of a better, more cohesive design versus the 2024 and below model. The vents are now down here. Anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a first look and differences between the 2024 and the 2025 Bronco Sport. And shut this down. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, comments, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I upload every single Saturday morning and every single Saturday. Sorry, not Saturday morning, Saturday afternoons. Sorry, this kind of video is kind of off the cuff here, kind of loading it real quick, but appreciate you guys. Oh, let me show you the window sticker before I sign off, so you guys can see the window sticker and compare this. Actually, we're going to compare this window sticker of the 2025 versus the 2024 on the same lot. Let me show you guys that right now. Go out. All right. 2024 Bronco Sport, or 2025 rather. Big Bend. Again, you can see the only options are the floor liners for $31,835, almost 32 grand. Fuel mileage 25, 30, 27 mixed. Medium light stove truffle interior. Again, but you get the standard big screen now, you get the standard digital gauge cluster, you get standard adaptive cruise. And now if you come to the 2024 model, Big Bend, the only thing this has is a convenience package, which comes with rear parking sensors, wireless charging pad, heated front seats, and LED fog lights. Okay, so LEDs are not standard on the 2024, but it has a convenience package for $32,500, and they're discounting it to $31,900. If it was me personally, I would take the 2025 all day long. Better engine, more features, better infotainment. Sync 3 kind of sucks. And yeah, that 2025 is the way to go over the 2024 Bronco Sport. Anyway, if you get an amazing deal on the 2024, pick one up. But personally, the 2025s are the way to go. All right, this is JMC Garage, JMC signing off, John signing off. You guys have a blessed, wonderful time, and we'll catch you on the next one. Awesome.